So here's yet another story about yet another guy who's married for a few years, and his wife, out of the blue, starts dropping hints about, wait for it, open relationships, open marriage. And then as time went on, it became more and more disrespectful, blah, 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 and now she's outright demanding it. And he's wondering what to do. Like he should know, like he has to question what to do. Title: My wife of 6 years is asking for an open relationship. I don't want one. How to proceed? And a shout out to Hero for sending me this quick story. Says here, my wife has very casually brought up the idea of having SCX with other people a few times over the course of the last 2 to 3 years, and I never thought much of it. Smack! What do you mean you never thought much of it? She's bringing up hooking up with other people? Are you out of your mind? Are you that blind, dude? It felt very theoretical and kind of a joke, so I never gave it much thought and always replied that I didn't know. I hadn't thought enough about it to say whether or not I'd be interested. How can you not think about it? When women do that, they're dropping hints. It ain't just her saying it out of nowhere. It's very carefully planned little bits of information to manipulate you and see what she can get away with. About 1 year ago, while on a trip to another state, we met a fun guy while traveling and spent the afternoon hanging out, then got dinner and drinks. Met a fun guy. As the night progressed, my wife got very flirty with him to the point where it was basically just them flirting and talking and ignoring me completely. This is when you say, we're out of here, and you give her a very serious talk. Or, wait for it, you should have ended it before and started talking about this open marriage thing, because it was over. I finally convinced her to call it a night, and we went back to the hotel and told her I didn't like whatever the hell she just pulled there. That it felt extremely disrespectful to me and made me feel like crap. It was incredibly disrespectful, and a woman that loves her guy wouldn't behave in that manner. She kept trying to defend herself, saying that she just likes to feel sexual and likes to flirt, and it's how she expresses her sexuality, and it isn't a big deal. Oh, okay. So if you were out and hung out with a fun girl, and you were flirting with her and touchy-feely and all that, you tell me if you said that's how you feel special and all that she'd be like, oh, okay, honey, no big deal. I beg to differ. Now, in this situation, she wouldn't give a shit because I'd give her a pass to do what she wants to do, but she truly loved him and he did this bullshit. This continued to be a big argument for the rest of the trip, with neither of us really getting on the same page. I tell this story just for some background on where I'm coming from. Dude, it's over. Should have ended it, got in a plane, left her ass wherever the hell you were, and marched straight to the divorce lawyer's office. A month or so ago, she told me that she wants an open relationship. I was obviously very surprised. How can you be surprised? She brought this up years ago, dropping little hints, which were on purpose, and her behavior with this guy. We've been together for more than 6 years, married for 3, so it's a bit late to spring this on me. We've been actively planning to start trying for kids, which seems incompatible with an open relationship. I said I'd think about it, but at the first glance, I wasn't particularly interested. Smack! What do you mean you think about it? Obviously, it's not what you want. She's doing this because she's lost all respect for you, because she has no attraction for you. And this is the sad reality we're in today. Girl meets guy. She's likely read the carousel quite a bit during college in her prime years. By that point, mid-20s, late 20s, she wants to get married, because they got married when she was, looks like about 30 years old. Ding, 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 30. Wants to find her nice guy so he can provide and pay the bills, put a ring on her finger, have her magical day, and then when she ropes him in, realizes she's got him, married and all, then drops the bomb about the being polyamorous, an open marriage, and realizing that he's more into the relationship than her, and she'll make out like a bandit with the divorce, the guy goes along with it. This is what happens. This is the common theme to all these stories, and it's really sad. We talked about a number of times since, and I've shared that I just don't think I'm interested in doing this. What do you mean you don't think? You know you're not interested. Be a man, stand up for yourself. This is why she's doing this shit. I don't want to have an open relationship. She's dug her heels in further and now is saying that it is essential for her to have an open relationship because that's how she needs to express her sexuality, regardless of what our SX life is together. It's a core part of her being and her self-identity to be sexual with others as well. Well, funny you didn't mention that before we got married. Funny you didn't mention that when I was down on one knee proposing to you. Good Lord. Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0. She keeps pushing for me why I'm not interested. What about it I'm not interested in? What if it was just fucking and not kissing? Or just kissing and not fucking, etc.? and how this is simply something that she absolutely needs. Well, I'd be like, I absolutely need a loyal, traditional wife who's going to value me and only me. And if that's not the case, we're done. And by the way, I'm sure she already has somebody else in mind, or she's been hooking up with somebody else for a while now. Honestly, this on its own has turned me off the idea more than anything. Now, I'm really not interested now that she's trying to force it on me. At this point, I don't really see a compromise. Dude, there is no compromise. Either we have an open relationship and I'm angry and resentful, or we have it closed and she is angry and resentful. We talked about this way too. She wants to keep talking about it and solve it, but I just don't know what's left to talk about. We both shared how we feel and it is incompatible. I'm feeling really lost about it and about what to do now. I don't want to throw this all away, but I don't want to enter into what sounds like a relationship hell, trying to navigate an open relationship that only one person wants. Dude, it's over. I'm sorry, but it's over. Furthermore, I don't want to raise little kids like this. And she says she doesn't and can't know if she wants to stay open forever. But we have a life, a house together, pets, etc. It just seems so silly that this is her hill to die on. Help. Bro, here's my help. End it. It's not going to work, okay? Either she'll do this and you're resentful and that ruins your marriage, or you don't do this, which she'll probably do anyway, and she's resentful. Silver lining, you don't have any kids. Yes, you have a house. Yes, you have pets, and that'll suck, but you know what? Cut your losses. You've been married 3 years. It's not like you've been married for 30. Will you take somewhat of a hit? Yes. But it's far better than staying with someone like this. You deserve to be with someone that is loyal to you and wants you and only you. But my interpretation of this is that women don't bring this up if they love their guy. She doesn't love you. Certainly doesn't respect you. And she knows that she's banking on it in her poker game here that you'll go along with this because you don't want to lose the marriage and you're more into the relationship than she is. If she thought that you would leave her ass or she loved you, she wouldn't bring this up. So she obviously is playing the poker game that she's got the power. And frankly, she does have the power. So get your balls out and end this relationship. It's over. It's not going to work. You can't be with someone like this. And if you go along with this, you're going to be miserable. And that's only going to encourage this more and more bad behavior. So that's my opinion on that. And again, guys, Solomon Gomorrah 2.0.